Hello and welcome. Have you ever said yes to something and then had that little moment of panic, wondering, wait, did I just lock myself into a deal? Well, today we are diving right into that exact moment, the point where a casual, okay, becomes a real legally binding contract.
It seems like such a simple question, right? But in the world of agreements and contracts, there's actually a huge difference between a casual sure and a yes that actually creates a deal. And figuring this out, well, that's the key to understanding how contracts really work. So let's get into it.
Okay, so first up, a deal or no deal. We've all been in this situation. You're talking, you think you're on the same page, everything seems like it's a go, but there's just that one little thing that makes you wonder, is this really a done deal, or are we just close? Let's look at a super clear example. On the left, you've got a perfect, clean exchange. I'll sell you this lamp for $50. Okay, I'll take it. Boom. That's a contract. But look at the right side. That tiny little addition, if you include the bulb, that completely changes the game. That's not an acceptance anymore. It's a brand new offer. And you can see why this stuff matters. This is exactly the kind of mess that contract law is supposed to prevent. I mean, could you imagine trying to run a business or even just sell something on Craigslist if every single yes was this fuzzy? It would be chaos. So thankfully, there's a really clear rule to cut through all that confusion. So let's get right to it. Our source material gives us the one sentence, the core definition that really explains what a true contract-forming yes actually is. And here it is. Acceptance is a final and unqualified assent to the terms of an offer. Now, I know, that sounds pretty formal, a little bit like dense legalese, but trust me, every single word in there is absolutely crucial, and we're going to focus on the two most powerful ones, final and unqualified. Think of these two words like the gatekeepers to a contract. If your yes can't get past both of them, well, then you haven't actually accepted the offer. It's as simple as that. So let's really break this down. What is the law actually demanding when it uses words like final and unqualified? What do they mean in the real world? Okay, first up, unqualified. This basically means pure. Your yes has to be absolute, clean, with no strings attached. No changes, no new conditions, and absolutely no yes but. The second you add a condition, you haven't accepted anything. In fact, you've just rejected the original offer. So the path to a real contract is actually incredibly simple. Just look here. Step 1, an offer is made. Step 2, the response is a clear, unqualified yes. And that leads directly to Step 3, a contract is formed. It's a straight line. All that other stuff, the yes buts, the what ifs, the negotiations, that's all just conversation that doesn't lead to a deal. There is only one clean path forward. And that second piece, final, is just as important. It means your acceptance is the last word on the subject. It's not a maybe, it's not I'm still thinking about it. It's the moment where you say, okay, we're done talking. The deal is done. It locks everything in. This brings us to a really powerful way to think about this whole thing. Some people call it the mirror image rule. And the idea is beautiful in its simplicity. A real acceptance has to be a perfect, flawless reflection of the original offer. And our source material is so crystal clear about this. The person accepting has to agree to deal on exactly the same terms. Not similar terms, not close enough, exactly the same. And this table just shows it perfectly. Look right down the columns. Item, lamp, check. Price, $50, check. Pickup, tomorrow, check. See? It is a perfect mirror image. This is a valid acceptance. Right at this moment, a contract exists. But here, the mirror cracks. Just one little change. The price is now $45 instead of $50, and the reflection is all wrong. This is not an acceptance. We call this a counteroffer. And here's the really critical part. A counteroffer doesn't just change the deal, it completely destroys the original $50 offer. It's gone forever. The power now shifts back to the original seller to either accept or reject this new $45 offer. Now, I know this might all sound a bit like abstract legal theory, but I promise you, you are using this exact principle every single day, and you probably don't even realize it. Just think about it. When you accept a job offer, you're agreeing to the exact terms they laid out. When you're online and you click I agree on the terms of service, you're making an unqualified acceptance. Even buying a coffee, the price is on the board, you say I'll take a latte, and you pay. You just accepted their offer. This rule is like the invisible engine running underneath everything from your morning caffeine fix to signing a lease on an apartment. So here's the big takeaway. That little word yes has a lot of power. The next time you're about to agree to something, just take a half second and ask yourself, is my yes final? And is it unqualified? Because the answer to those two questions makes all the difference in the world between just having a friendly conversation and actually forming a legally binding contract.